even though that doesn't...
Is going to try for another Will-O-Wisp. Will it hit? No!
The triple part will make sense, and you might wonder, well, why did Lacey...
Let me just do this real quick.
Even
Oh
though
wow!
that does
Look at that! It's starting again.
For another Will-O-Wisp. Will it hit?
Okay, oh
No!
God.
And good evening, trainers, and welcome to the very first, another episode of Silph Co Sports, right here on Geeklife Live. My name is the Dodd from New Rockstars, the streamer you need, but not the one you deserve, and I am joined today by everyone's favorite pink blob. That's right, it's Up Smash. What's up, Up Smash?
I'm doing good. We are definitely starting for the first time. 100%, absolutely.
100% the first time, totally the first time. How have you been? There's been a lot of announcements since the last time we've been up here together. How have you been surviving things?
It's been going well. I've been playing some Pokemon Unite. It's pretty good. Ranked is a complete is an utter shambles though. Don't go on there yet.
What makes you say that?
Mostly because people don't know what the hell Hoopa does, and they don't read.
I don't blame them. I mean, I haven't even touched Unite in a while, but Hoopa looks broken.
Yeah, Hoopa's quite good. But I think that what is it called? So Hoopa, yeah, so Hoopa's just literally teleporting everywhere. Teleports everyone around him. It's overall a very good mon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm super excited to use him. I mean, the whole we'll talk about it a little bit more later on in the show, so I don't want to spoil too much of it. But just all the different mechanics that Hoopa can use, I'm super excited to see. We also ran another tournament since the last time we were here. We'll talk a little bit about that also later on in the show. But that was a lot of fun. So that's kind of, at least for me, how I have been keeping up. Yeah, we've got an amazing show planned for you guys tonight, and so I do want to get to that. Are we good on everything sound-wise right now?
Yeah, I think I turned you up a little bit, so we should be fine.
Okay, cool, perfect. If that's the case, then with that said, we've got a fantastic show for you guys tonight. But a quick reminder, if you guys like what you see or hear tonight, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're on YouTube. We really appreciate that, and helps people find us. And with that out of the way, what do we got on the agenda for tonight, Up Smash?
Well, we have a great one for everyone tonight. First, we'll be talking about the USPA Playoffs. Very exciting to see all that. Next, we'll be covering the 2 new Pokemon announced for Unite. One that I spoiled already. Not sorry. After that, we'll do a recap on the 4th Y League. One that we covered. That was a very good weekend right there.
That was a great tournament. Yeah, that was a great one to cover. And
then we'll be predicting the future with the new mod segment, the Future Forecast. And then we'll finish off the night with, of course, the best of 3 and our top 5 plays of the week.
Yeah, it should be a hell of a show, and I'm super excited for it. So with that said, let's go ahead and move to our first story of the night. Up Smash, you're covering it. Tell us what's going on in the world of USPA.
Well, I finally got off the bench. Oh wait, I'm gone.
It's all right.
All right, yeah.
Ditto blended into
don't worry, guys. I'm just a background. Don't worry about it. So the USPA has finally reached its playoffs. Both of them are all good. I'm just gonna go back to the main desk. All right, much better. So the USPA has finally gone to its playoffs, which has been going on for around I guess 2-3 months. And we finally have we're actually in the semifinals. So this week we'll be seeing 4 games. We'll be seeing 4 teams clash together. One will be New York versus North California. The next one will be Canada versus Puerto Rico. The third one will be New Jersey and Illinois. And the fourth one will be Pennsylvania versus Texas. Yeah, all these people have a very good players, and one of them even has a Ditto, believe it or not. And I'm very excited to see what everyone pulls out to try and destroy their opponents. It's actually quite interesting what people use to take care of everything.
what are you? Who are you most? Which matchup are you most excited about seeing?
Well, we did see New Jersey's captain. I think Pitons did get does now has a chip on his shoulder after the first battle of the commemorating the whole USPA going on. So I'm going to be I actually want to see New Jersey versus Illinois. I'm very biased here, but what can I say?
Yeah. Of course. I mean, of course, I would love to see Texas. Hopefully, get some momentum going. But yeah, I mean, the USPA is really shaping up to be a really strong Premier League. Do you think it's lived up to the expectations that it had when it was started? Because it was one of the bigger grassroots tournaments, was it not?
Yeah, it was mostly more or less like an application into an invitational. So basically, you submit like your resume of Pokemon, if you catch my drift, and then you go in, and then if they think that you're cool enough, then they put you on the team. So overall, it was a very nice thing where where everyone just sets up a time of the week to battle, and it was just something to play during the weekend, and it was really nice. You had like both teams cheering each other on and everything. Overall, I would say that this would be a very good learning experience for anyone who is trying to get back into Series 12 after the Series 11 hiatus that everyone did.
Yeah. For sure. I think that we definitely covered a whole bunch of really fun matches from them this season. So hopefully we can get the chance to cover some of these playoff matches, but a lot of their stuff is done on Showdown. So it's been something that's been one of the more accessible tournaments out there. But yeah, anything else you wanted to say on USPA?
Go Illinois, and if and I think if Illinois wins this one and Texas wins it, then we're gonna actually go. Then Texas and Illinois are gonna go face to face, and there can only be one at that point. So in that case, go Illinois again.
Well, there you have it. Well, moving right along in our headlines. There were some big announcements for Pokemon Day. A couple of them that we'll be talking about later, but the ones that are really that we want to talk about are some of the big impacts in Pokemon Unite. That's right. Hoopa has just been released for Unite, and what an odd Pokemon it is. As supporter class, this Pokemon can create portals for its teammates to utilize, and they can be placed anywhere. I saw a game where Hoopa opened a portal directly to the opposing team's base, and they scored because Hoopa's teammates came through the portal and scored back before the opposing team had any chance to catch up. Its Unite move is makes it solid as an attacker, transforming into Hoopa Unbound and changing all of its attacks. It now shoots lasers and attacks through its rings with a fury of punches and more. This character is difficult to use, but looks like so much fun to play. Duraladon was also hinted at and announced in the Pokemon Day special. Duraladon has just been announced and will be released soon as an attacker type character. Some of Duraladon's moves look to be Stealth Rock, which used up to 3 times slows opponents and deals damage over time, and Metal Burst, which does damage all around Duraladon, but it does extra damage if you've hit someone with your auto attacks. Its ultimate move looks like Steel Beam, and it fires a ring around it and doing massive damage. Its auto attack looks to be based off of Flash Cannon. All in all, both are exciting additions to the Unite cast. My question to you, though, here is, 1, is Hoopa broken? And 2, do we really need another attacker in Duraladon?
Well, to answer the Duraladon question, if I would have to go off on a limb, I would say that Duraladon does fill the attacker role pretty nicely. Literally every single person just doesn't really care about defenders or speedsters. Well, they care about speedsters or supports. They only want to do the big damage, and that's just them. I do think that having a different thing that isn't just Cinderace, Water Cinderace, and Bad Cinderace is gonna be a welcome addition into the team. Furthermore, there was a thing for there was a saying for Team Fortress 2, which was sentries defend points, dispensers save lives, and teleporters win games. And my god, does Hoopa teleport a lot of freaking people. You do have to read the freaking manual that comes with it, But
Yeah.
once you get that down and like your team has all that down, you can do some nasty stuff with Hoopa. What is it? What we did with Hoopa's ultimate is just that we used to have Hoopa stay at Zapdos, and then at the 2-minute mark, everyone just try and go back cap because there's literally no reason why not to. And then whenever everyone's done their capping or they got found out, Hoopa can ult, sets up a portal in front. Everyone press the right stick, and they're all at Zapdos now. They just get it in there. I've also seen some Hoopas put down a hyperspace hole, teleport back to get all their health, teleport in, then ult, or they just teleport with their ult like right in there, just to go absolutely insane with a full health bar. And like that's a freaking Hoopa Unbound. That thing's super hard to fight.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'm interested to hear more about that. I'm interested to see actually get a chance to play with Hoopa. I haven't got a chance to play with Hoopa quite yet, and that would be pretty fun. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Antoine plays.
Looks like you
nice
got a
to have you here.
Pachirisu. You mean
Yeah.
the VGC demon? All right, nice.
Right? Yeah, Pachirisu.
Hey, all right.
Hey, that is a VGC champ right there.
Oh yeah, but
You don't want to admit it, but Pachirisu is what peak performance looks like.
yep. You may not
Sure.
like it. But this is what PvP performance looks like.
You may not like it.
But
But
in short, please stop using hyperspace hole for your for attacking. It's there for health, and please stop trying to teleport please stop trying to teleport me away when I'm trying to one-shot someone. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk.
Annoying.
But overall, seriously, Hoopa is so good.
Yeah.
You can just go literally everywhere.
Well, hopefully I'll get some time this weekend, or even over the next week, to play a little bit with Hoopa and familiarize myself with it. I know that I'm super excited about using it. And Duraladon, I love me some steel types. Okay, I don't know how Duraladon's going to be in Unite, but obviously when you have these one-stage evolution bonds, knowing that they don't have to level up as much and have that power climb, is always pretty interesting. Usually those mons do better right from the start, right? Like Snorlax and Absol, Lucario,
And Pika,
yeah. So like I think that that could be an advantage to having an attacker like that comes off, starting off strong. But outside of that, like I'm definitely more excited about Hoopa than anything else.
Yeah, Hoopa's absolutely broken.
Yeah.
With a correct team, your team has to communicate extremely well to have Hoopa be broken. But once you get that team that actually knows what Hoopa does and what they expect from it, then you can just go absolutely nutty. And then like there's a very low skill floor, very high skill ceiling, I would say, for Hoopa. I can't really say anything about Duraladon because it's not out yet. But
Right. Interesting. I'm definitely interested in exploring Hoopa more and kind of seeing how that works. And honestly, we needed a game busting character to come in here, right, and really kind of revitalize Unite. And I think that Hoopa has the potential to do that, right?
Yep, someone had to go contend Lucario's spot. Am I right?
Yeah.
Might as well be a support.
100%. Well, enough of that hoopla. Let's move on to another story. See what I did there? What we got going on for the next story? That Smash?
Well, first of all, for big news, I stopped using Minimize. And second of all, we're going to be talking about the Y League season, League 4. It came to its conclusion recently, and an oldie but a goodie returns to the top. This thing is wrong. Oh wait, no, it's right. My eyes deceived me.
Last match, but yes, yeah.
My eyes deceived me. Colossal has actually reclaimed the crown. Everyone panic. The winning team was Colossal, Rillaboom, Waterfoo, Incin, Zacian, and Yveltal, which is a very balanced team with a number of terrifying modes and residual damage to help Zacian and Urshifu pick up KOs after Colossal's maxes run out. The second place team was a Kyogre-based rain team that has seen popularity lately. Kyogre, Barraskewda, Kartana, Indeedee Female, Whimsicott, and Zacian. It's just impressive to see Colossal triumph over a rain team, if I want to be perfectly honest. The final set must have been sight to see. Well played to everyone who entered, and everyone to have good luck into the Wide League tournament. So, Dodd, how does it feel that Colossal is back on top at Series 12?
It is a little scary again. We don't want to see that. I mean, like, I felt like Series 12 was really cleansing the meta of some of this kind of stuff, but then again, you know, Swordfish has kind of gotten stale, so might as well throw in a cold train. But look, let's take a step back. Shout out to Colossal for a second, right? Colossal is a Gen 9 mon that very much shook up the meta. Grimmsnarl, I think, deserves a shout out as well in that regard.
Yeah, Grimmsnarl was crazy.
When you're introducing new mons, and we're about to have a segment where we talk specifically about introducing new mons, you want to introduce something that is going to shake up the meta and have a lot of fun. And so, if Colossal is coming back even in Series 12, I think that shows its long-term viability. Now, I don't know how much of a viability it has outside of Dynamax, and that's going to be a tricky, thing to see. Rip to my Lapras players too. But outside of that, it is a little scary to see Colossal back on the top because of its dominance and some of the other metas. But overall, I'm proud of Colossal for making it this far. We've already got a Gen 9 announcement, and Colossal is still making waves in VGC. So, little golf clap for Colossal.
I don't like playing against Colossal.
Yeah. So you got different feelings about it. Tell me how you feel.
We didn't see it in the final match, but it was Colossal basically is the fun police for me. Just add water, where like you have to try and laser focus it, but you can't laser focus it too hard, or like you lose. But overall, I think I'm just have a case of the bads. So I have to get good, just because Colossal isn't that bad if you don't hyper focus it, or or if they make a giant misplay.
I mean, again, as I said before, outside of Dynamax, Colossal isn't really that good, right?
Yeah. So as soon as Dynamax is gone, I'm pretty sure that Colossal won't be seeing much appearances, mostly because the chip damage. The rocks is just not going to be there anymore unless if they want to do that for next game. Game Freak has done that before. And but yeah, I think that the one thing that has won my heart over this one, everyone knows it. Everyone knows I'm biased against it. It's Barrascuda, baby. Let's go. That thing. Yeah. Barrascuda, or how I like to call it, Seismitoad 2. Doesn't die to
Barrascuda.
Barrascuda. It doesn't die to Rillaboom, which is basically a huge deal in that matchup. Basically, whenever you ran Toad, if you saw Rillaboom, you had to not even bring the Toad in at all.
Yeah.
This one
it doesn't do grass.
Yeah, it doesn't do grass. It doesn't do grass too well.
No.
But in this one, you can just bring in your needy female, set up psychic terrain. No more grassy glide. You can even one-shot it if you feel up to the task, and then you're just off the races at that point, because you use the max airstream on a Pokemon. That means that your teammate can outspeed likely the other Pokemon. So it was very nice that to see Swift Swim that isn't Kingdra, and therefore it is good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was really cool. We saw a lot of probably Corey actually playing some Barrascuda in the Wide League, and that was a lot of fun to watch those kind of go through. Overall, of the mons that we saw in the Wide League tournament, Entei was a big one that we talked about a lot.
Entei was good too.
And we saw Shed Ninja being used. We saw some interesting use of Whimsicott that I thought was really fun. We also saw a lot of the lower tier restricted mons, right? A lot of the kind of 6 through 10 on the top tier list, stuff like Dialga, Reshiram, and Kyurem.
Key White, yeah. So we saw the Gen 4 boys. I think Ice Rider's down there as well. That was fun to do. Ice Rider's super good in Trick Room teams. And then they were unironically very good.
Yeah, no, they were really good. They worked really well together.
I think, yeah. There was a lot of stuff going on. Like we saw like a Dialga with Life Orb, Max quaking a Zacian dead. We saw Palkia eat up literally every single Kyogre hit known to man. Overall, it was a very good tournament, and I'm eager to see what's on next month.
For sure. Well, with that said, that will bring us to our that'll wrap up our headlines. So that'll bring us to our mod segment for the week, which this week we're looking into the future. In our segment we call Future Forecasting. With the announcement of Gen 9 on Pokemon Day, we got a lot there, right? We didn't get too much. There's a lot of it that was reeled back because of a lot of global affairs that are going on. People didn't want to kind of take precedent over a lot of the other situations that are out there that are much more serious and much more important than Pokemon. But Pokemon Day is Pokemon Day, and capitalism is capitalism. So we got an announcement, and that announcement ended with the announcement of Gen 9, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We saw a couple of screenshots, and we've got a little bit of a taste of where the inspiration is coming from with this game, as well as our starters. And so today we're going to look into the future and talk about these starters, talk about what they could possibly evolve into and what that could mean for the competitive meta. You've got the first one off with Sprigatito. So tell us a little bit about Sprigatito.
All right, everyone likes Sprigatito, the thing that has plagued my Twitter feed for months now, for the entire week now. But if I would have to go and guess, that Sprigatito would probably evolve into a bipedal cat Pokemon. No one's gonna like that one. Named Desperado. Yeah, Grass Ensign. Yeah. But I think that it's gonna evolve into a Pokemon called Desperado because that one's really good. And a grass and dark type based on the lion and on the front of the Spain's flag with a bandit twist. This feisty conniving cat would also have the fire dark signature move Starlight Slash, which would have a higher critical hit rate. Its hidden ability would be Tough Claws, which powers up its signature move. And honestly, I think that I'm shooting for the stars in this one, but if I land literally any single one of those, I expect royalty checks on my front door by the morrow.
Right, those would be some good calls. I think Sprigatito's got a lot of potential. Everyone is hoping that those paws stay on the ground, but we are not immune to the fact that even most quadrupedal starters, I'm looking at you, Sobble, and even Thwacky walks on all fours.
Yeah, Grookey.
Thwacky ends on all fours, though. Rillaboom still goes around on all fours. He walks on his hands. That counts.
It kind of counts, because, what is it? Because Rillaboom doesn't really leave its drum. Yeah. And, I don't know, and I think, when a G-Max is, I guess it kind of turns back into a quadruped, if you count, the drums as legs. Because, he's just fused to the drum.
Yeah. Well, we know that Pokemon's got a history of taking these furry cat Pokemon and turning them into fur bait. So we're hoping that Sprigatito has a much more wholesome future.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Please don't.
Other options I've heard thrown around are like a grass fairy kind of situation, which would have a very 4 times weakness to fire, but maybe an interesting mon to have.
But physical Whimsicott? I'll take it.
Yeah, possibly. But moving right along, our next starter on the list that we have here is Fuecoco.
Fuecoco.
That's how I imagine he says his name. Fuecoco. Fuecoco would evolve into a longer dragon named Pico Libre, or my guess, Fuecocodile. A fire fairy type, this long spiral dragon would have the signature move Firework Flash, a 90 base power fire fairy move with a high flinch chance. Its hidden ability would be Enkindle, which turns normal type moves into fire type moves. This evolution would be based off of paper dragons as seen throughout Spain's history. I think that that's one possible theory about Fuecoco. But I think that Fuecoco has several different possibilities. Mostly because Coco is, it's the name of a pepper, and is also a name, if a mnemonically similar name to a cryptid and boogeyman kind of spirit within Spanish lore that is most often depicted as a crocodile. So it's like a crocodile spirit or a dragon spirit. So that could mean fire ghost. That could mean fire a dragon. The ghost pepper idea is another idea that it could be. It could end up being a ghost pepper and a mix of all of these things together. So fire ghost is a heavy pick for a lot of people there. My long stretch for my speculation on Fuecoco is if it does end up being a pepper Pokemon, I really want a fire grass type because we've never had one before.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Fuecoco, I think like some people showed that it was like a cheese stuffed like pepper.
Yeah.
And I really want to have a fire grass type just because, you know, I like whenever the types like, you know, clash with each other, but they're still in like one Pokemon. Just because like,
no,
you know,
too. I mean, I want a fire grass. I want a fire water. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh, a fire
unless
water?
Quaxley.
I mean, a fire. We have one with Volcanion, but that doesn't count because we can't use it in VGC.
That's a legendary. Like I want like one that's not a legendary or a restricted. I think even Volcanion's a mythical. That is an unusable mythical.
Yeah, we can't use it in VGC. It's just
so I want something that I can use that in VGC.
I mean,
we have tons of water grass, so we don't need that. We don't necessarily need that combo, but we could have it if we wanted to.
I mean, they did really hit the signature move out of the park, which is the more powerful Scald in that one. Like, jeez. You mean the strongest water move in singles? Yeah, sure.
Okay. Here's how you do it. Sprigatito evolves into some kind of fiery lion thing and is grass fire. Fuecoco ends up going into a fire crocodile, fire water, and then Quaxley ends up getting a grass blade at the end, water grass. So you have all different alternating types.
So you have them all essentially. So yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I would love that.
But
Pokemon Company, take notes.
Yeah, everyone sit down. We're taking notes from the Pink Blob, dude. But I think that I have the next one. So
moving right along.
The final one, the final star that we saw was Quaxley, a very cute little birdie. Well, I think that Quaxley will evolve into a conquistador bird, and there's also a small chance of it being a pirate, but like, you know, given the Spain theme, I would say. But I think a conquistador is gonna be more most likely. A water fighting type, Conquaxtador, would rule the seas, taking what it wants and sailing where it pleases. Its signature move, Sea Foam Skewer, would have it use its rapier to use a quick stab at the opponent. 90 base power water fighting move, which ignores defense boosts. Its hidden ability will be Defiant.
That'd be great. We'd love a Defiant.
Yeah, I really am thinking that you know, this little birdie is gonna totally rule the seas on some sort of ship, I would say. Just because, like, it looks like such a little cute sailor boy. I like it.
Yeah, and water fighting is a lot better typing than water or grass fighting, like we got with Decidueye's new Hisuian evolution.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't again be another. If it goes to be water fighting, then that would make it the second bird Pokemon that is weak to flying type.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the part that always gets me the most.
But I am one to accept that I would like a cooler, you know, Poliwrath. Honestly, yeah. I tried to use Poliwrath back then. I started using Double Frog, and it didn't really work too well. But
look, if Quaxley is anything close to a pirate, that's hands down what I'm going with. But I normally go with the fire starters, and I'm very interested to see where Fuecoco goes as well.
I think I want to go with Fuecoco just because of I think everyone really wants it to be like, you know, part of the Chinese Zodiac, which is like the whole tradition thing. But I think that I just want to see everyone try and firmly shove the square peg into the round hole. Is like, you know, Fuecoco slowly just turns into, like, you know, a bigger pepper or something.
It's just it's not gonna happen.
It'd just be funny.
So for the last topic in our mod segment that we have here that I wanted to talk about is, with every new generation, right, we get a new battle mechanic. So for this generation, I wanted to speculate on what kind of battle mechanics or gimmicks, or what's the extra thing going to be in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I have 2 possible suggestions, Pokemon Company. Get out your notebooks, okay? First off, I think that if we have a game that again emphasizes the battling aspect, then you'll have as much success as you did with Sword and Shield, right? So emphasize the battling aspect and do a lot more double battles in game. Teach people how to do double battles, right? And then have your battling gimmick be one of 2 things, right? Pokemon Fusion or Pokemon Tag Teams, and I'll explain essentially the concept. Pokemon Fusion's pretty simple. We've already seen Poke Fusion as a site that's out there. There's tons of different combinations out there. We could literally have essentially like a Dynamax slot where you have 2 Pokemon there and then they can fuse together. They then get 1 attack, but maybe they get something extra kind of bonus there that they can do with it. Maybe they're much more stronger, adds bulk to them, however the case may be. And then different combinations then can create different stuff. The second one would be tag teams, similar to the tag team like Pokemon cards. Essentially, like 2 Pokemon that would fight in 1 slot together as a team, right? You could do it easily with like Mini Impulsal. They could maybe become like a tag team duo where like they have 1 slot together and they hold hands and spin in a circle, and they can do some kind of Z move or a special move or adds to their bulk, or it creates some different kind of ability or power or whatever the case may be. But those are the kind of ideas that I had. They really involve the double battle mechanic and forming those into one kind of thing. So that would have to be critical to the game. But first off, what are your thoughts on my ideas? And then second off, what are some of your ideas?
The fusion idea, I think we have seen like some of that before, but I think it could be more fleshed out. There are some moves that the starters can use, all the pledge moves, where like you can
right.
The fire pledge, grass pledge, water pledge. If they made them like actually usable, that would be very nice for them, for everyone, because those things had the G-Max chip damage before it was cool, with fire pledge and grass pledge, and basically had like a lot of stuff going on with that. Like there were some teams that actually tried to use the fire pledge and water pledge, and then they give every single one of their teammates Serene Grace. Like an extended period of time.
Interesting.
Which then they proceed to try and air slash everything. It was very annoying to fight, but very smart.
I can only imagine.
And then the last one I think was water and grass, which gives everyone a swamp on the field, and basically that means that you technically have Tailwind. Technically.
Because their side's slower, it just makes their side slower?
Yeah, it makes it like their side half as fast. So, technical Tailwind.
Gotcha.
Which you can stack on with more Tailwind. So if you just really, really, really want to outspeed someone with like your Trickery Mono, yeah, sure, why not? But yeah, I could see like, some more of that. I could see like some more fusion stuff fleshed out. We said like Fusion Bolt, Fusion Flare, like you don't really use those in VGC.
I was talking about literal Pokemon fusing.
Like literal Pokemon fusing?
Yeah,
that could be cool.
Kangaskhan polymerizes with Fuecoco to be Fuekangaskhan.
I'll allow it, but only because Kangaskhan can.
The fused Pokemon would kind of be like Dynamax a little bit, like it'd be a temporary thing, and it'd also be like they might have special abilities when they're fused together, kind of thing.
I was gonna say like Fuecoco will fuse with Kangaskhan. But all that happens is like Fuecoco goes in the little pouch too.
Just hops in the pouch.
It's like I'm gonna get him. What is it? Kangaskhan would be a very good target just for fusion, just because it could just grow big and the other Pokemon's hop in and go like get him.
right.
Just points towards it. That sounds super cute. Also, I am always down for plus level mine and getting literally everything, because those are super cute. Bunnymon. I was like, when I was a kid, I fell for the super secret don't tell anyone evolution of Plusle or Minun, which is like the multiplication division one. I'm not even joking. I fell for that. I want
to see a little divide sign as a tail.
Yeah.
The mine sign already looks dumb as it is.
It floats the electromagnetism. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could definitely see that. I think that there might the most horrifying thing I've seen is literally all three of them at once. Where you can just mega evolve and then do like 2 items that mega evolves and then Z moves with your G Max Mega Charizard XYZQ thing and then it'll just obliterate 4 your mons because it's Charizard, dude.
Yep.
What we did see a tag team Pokemon in the TCG, which was actually like 2 at once, and basically their whole gimmick was that if you gave the Pokemon way more energy than it needs, it could do like something crazy. But it was 1 turn only. That could sound like a Z move, but you'd have to put more investment into it to see a way higher gain.
Right. Maybe it's like when you combo it, you can do it for 2 or 3 turns, kind of like Dynamax, where it's temporary. You have a Z move kind of ability, and you have a new added kind of tag team ability, right? So it's kind of a mix of Mega Evolutions and Dynamax, mechanically.
I mean, while we're at it, we can also look at the recent set of Brilliant Stars, where it's that they introduced a V Star Pokemon, so that where basically I think it says the Pokemon with better moves and essentially a Z move again, but no giant investment, just like the tag teams. You just do something crazy, for instance, Arceus V Star, which is something that's extremely broken right now. 3 energies, 200 damage, and you get the take 3 turns of energy acceleration. Just put them in anywhere you want. Good job, buddy. You earned it. And then its ability, where you get to use it once a game. You get 2 cards out of the deck. Just for being your bad self. Overall, a very good Pokemon. I could see that being a thing where they use their star power or something like that, and then basically it's a Z move mixed with Dynamax, I guess. So basically a 1 turn max move. So it isn't as powerful, but it does the secondary effect. I could see that going on.
Interesting.
It's best of both worlds. I can see that.
Very interesting. Yeah, that would be an interesting mechanic to see play out. I think that they've got a lot of different options out there for them to do. And I think that again, I think that was something we would have seen on Pokemon Day, the mechanic, what's going to make this different. But this was a very toned down announcement from what they planned on doing. So hopefully we will see something soon once. Hopefully things get a little bit better and get to a place where people are okay with starting to share and get excited about their announcements and things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they usually say, "Oh yeah, hey guys, here's a little glimpse of the region. Here's the starters. Okay, go make a bunch of speculation videos to make bank. Okay, see ya." That's basically what happens with every new generation.
Yep, 100%. All right, well, that will do it for the first half of the show. We're going to take a short break, but before we do, big shout out to Zeke Fox, Savage Patch Kid, Littlest Nelly, my Porygon 2, Antoine Plays, and Gonzo Gone Live for hanging out with us right now. We really, really appreciate that. Stick around. When we come back, we're going to be talking about our match of the week, and we're going to be going into our top 5 plays of the week. You don't want to miss that. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
See ya. Registeel, a pure steel type legendary Pokemon that has crazy good defenses, but the attacking stats could use some work. Luckily, Registeel got quite a big boon this generation. The new attack Body Press turns its defense into offense, making it so Registeel can launch some devastating blows. Use Iron Defense to give Body Press more firepower, Amnesia so Registeel can stomach special attacks easier, and Protect with leftovers to get a trickle feed of HP, and this Iron Golem will be quite the defensive titan. Although these defenses are amazing, there are some ways to get around this hulking beast. Kartana's Sacred Sword and Urshifu's critical hit moves can get around the defensive boosts. Also, due to how Registeels only run Flash Cannon rarely, you can throw a Ghost type out and watch the Registeel panic. And
all right,
back.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Hope you guys are enjoying the short decks. This is our first episode being able to feature some of Up Smash's short deck stuff, but I'm always a big fan of them, and obviously Up Smash, you have a lot of fun making them. So
yep. Literally, I just go on the ladder and then try and find out as much as one certain Pokemon as possible. It's more or less of a speed run.
Yeah.
A lot of effort goes into those of writing, researching, having someone voice them. Mostly my
But if you
brother.
want a good 60-second understanding of how some of these Pokemon are viable in VGC, especially the ones that are most relevant to the current meta, definitely go check out Up Smash's short deck stuff, especially on YouTube and YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do more fleshed out versions of them later.
Yeah.
Just because there's some stuff that you just can't fit in 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just impossible.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. All right, well, now it is time for our match of the week, and we've got a great one for you guys today. We've got, of course, our very own, you know him, you love him, Echo Rose versus a friend of the show, Antoine. So without further ado, let's go ahead and scoot on over there, shall we?
Yep. Let me just, here we are. And let me just skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah, and so, yeah, we've got, obviously, anytime we're seeing Echo, and Antoine here, our new friend here. Anytime we're seeing Echo Rose play, it's always a treat. And anyone that they're obviously going to be challenging to a match is also probably going to, let's just say, know a thing or two about VGC.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, Echo is a very good player, if I recall correctly. And Antoine, I don't know who they are, but if they're fighting Echo, that means that they're good. That means that they're real good. Yeah. Oh, let me skip ahead a little bit more.
Sure. Can skip, just a little bit further.
Just a smidge more. Okay, there we go. Okay.
And with that said, we first get our first look at some of the teams here. And here we are. We got Amoonguss, Zacian, Palkia, Landorus, Rotom, and Grimmsnarl for Antoine. What is Echo bringing to the equation here?
All right, Echo's going to be coming out of left field with their Zamazenta Zygarde team with a Tapu Fini, Incin Rillaboom, and the best boy Shedinja. Looks like
very off-meta team there for Echo.
Yeah, if I would assume that Echo is trying to make it so that that Zygarde is the most unkillable boy in the whole ball, and then just slowly but surely just take him down.
But Antoine here really bringing a fun team that's still very meta, but still not everything is super on the nose meta and kind of can work together here. So that looks like a lot of fun too.
Yep. They also got Rotom just because I'm a staunch supporter for Rotom, just because of Will-O-Wisps. Will-O-Wisp was so good. Like in this.
Hey, look, I love my Easy Bake Oven. That's one of my favorite. Rotom Heat is my favorite Rotom for sure, and I've definitely built some teams with Rotom Heat before. Echo is very aware of them, and it looks like we're gonna see the leads here. Zygarde, Zamazenta, both shiny, looking absolutely gorgeous, and we're gonna see a Zacian Amoonguss lead for Antoine.
Yep. So it looks like Amoonguss is gonna probably try and take anything that try and ruin Echo's efforts with spores, and also absorb anything with Rage Powder. Because Zamazenta can't really hold two items at once, so I'll have to see what they do.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I mean, and then of course, Zygarde. We just don't see very much Zygarde in Series 12, but I mean, it is a ground type, so obviously Zacian doesn't like that.
Yep. Yeah, Zygarde kind of if you don't get up. If you make Zacian leave it to its own devices, Zacian just gets snuffed out by Zamazenta gets snuffed up by Zygarde. So we'll have to see what they take care of it for.
And we see first a Zamazenta swatched out for Tapu Fini on Echo's side, setting off that Misty Surge for everybody on the field.
And
that will also be another withdrawal on Echo's side as well, bringing in the Incineroar here, which is of course going to set off the Intimidate, dropping the Intrepid Sword boost on Zacian here, really kind of neutralizing that attack as the Zacian goes for a substitute, giving away a quarter of its health, and Amoonguss hits off a Spore, but it is not affected thanks to the Misty Terrain. So very, very interesting move here. What do you think about that pass turn here?
Yeah,
Smash.
That Incineroar really came in and said, "Oh no, I got my safety goggles on. If you somehow knock them off, I have the Misty Terrain on. You're not doing nothing, Amoongus. Get out of here.
Yeah, just not happening. Just not happening. Feeney comes back. Misty Train is up, so no need to have it out there. And Zygarde comes back to the field, looking very regal and pretty. Amoongus also withdrawn on Antoine's side and swapped out for Palkia. As we see the Zamazenta go for a Protect, making sure that they stay safe this turn. Incineroar goes for the Parting Shot on Zacian, but of course it's protected. Nothing happening there. More defensive plays switching in here. How are you feeling at this point, Up Smash?
Yeah, a good amount of nothing happened that turn, but Zygarde did come in. Incineroar also intimidated Zacian, so we might just see Zacian doing less damage. So that means that Zygarde can actually start coiling up if it wants to. We're gonna have to worry about the Palkia though, because a lot of those things have a spatial rend, and that has a high crit ratio. So we might see Zygarde do some work here. We might not. Zygarde does still have the does have Misty Terrain, which powers down Dragon moves.
That's true. We see the Incineroar getting withdrawn and Zamazenta coming back out. Another game of just switcheroo here on Echo's side. Not very many attacks. I think this entire game so far, just constantly switching, making sure the positioning is right. As Antoine says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go for the Dynamax. So we see Dynamax Palkia. It has to be Palkia because we see the Zacian on the other side here, which is a very bulky mon. It's been compared to the new Lapras, although I don't think it compares as much personally. And then now with the turn starting to roll, we start to see Behemoth Blade coming off of Zacian. And that is going to go right into Zamazenta, who takes that beautifully, taking out about a third of its health, leaving 60% of it still
That was a crit
on the field. And that was a crit as well. Max Quake coming off of Palkia into the Zamazenta will finish it off.
Well,
leaving Zygarde open for an attack here. Or two attack. Let's see. Zamazenta goes down, and we see the Zygarde will go for a coil, interestingly enough.
Yep, looks like Zygarde's getting set up. It begins.
Right.
We have to see
Finally someone makes a move.
Yeah. Palkia and Zacian both double up on the
Hey, but sometimes
the
these
sword
matches, these matches are like chess sometimes, and sometimes it's all about positioning your mon in the right position for the right win con, and I think that that's what both teams here are trying to do. Except Antoine finally was like, actually this piece is in the right spot.
Yeah.
Hit button, go burr.
And they're like, okay, that's it. We're doing this now. We can't. No more stalling. We're gonna take away your shield dog. You don't get to play with no more.
No more. With this Feeney on the field, though, is it in danger? I mean, you got a Zacian on the other side of the field. That's not where you want to be.
Yeah. Mostly, I think that Feeney wants to have it so that set up the Misty Terrain. That's it. As soon as it gets set up, you don't really need to worry about much because of the because you've done your job already. Everything else on that is kind of a bonus. You just want to make it so that your Dynamax doesn't get put to sleep.
Yeah. And so now we are seeing that Dynamax indeed. Zygarde goes for the Dynamax as Feeney stays in. And Zacian on Antoine's side going to go for the Behemoth Blade. And that's going into the Feeney, which does not take it all the way out, but does take it below 50% of its health, which will proc a berry, bringing it a little bit healthier on there, and probably was able to stand another 2 Behemoth Blades. As we see the Max, I think that's Max Wormwind going off on the Zygarde, super effective, and dropping the attack. But it doesn't look like it is enough to proc any changes here. And then we see a Max Quake fired back into Palkia, which is again only doing about 30%, taking away about 30% of its health bar, leaving the rest there on the field.
Yeah,
Feeney going in for the Moonblast, and that will put Palkia just below 50%, but still, not Palkia standing strong this turn and allowed to kind of get some hits off.
yeah. For this Pokemon, like for Zygarde, you're not really using it to attack with your max that much. You're using. I'm expecting that Echo is trying to use it for the defense boosts, like slowly get up more and more boosts, and they can't. And eventually, they can't actually deal enough damage to you with your giant amount of HP.
Yep. And we see the Protected Behemoth Blade going into Feeney as a Max Wormwind goes into Zygarde here, dropping the attack again on that side. And of course, doing a little bit of Life Orb damage to Palkia, but obviously still enough to keep it in. With this Max Quake with 2 boosts down on it, it's going to be questionable whether or not it's even enough to get past the Substitute. But it looks like it is going to fade there. So at least the Substitute is down on Antoine's side for Echo. As we see, it looks like Leftovers procking over on the Zygarde is going to give it a little bit of recovery.
Oh, and here we see
Construct activates on Zygarde now.
Yeah, so right now that Misty Terrain did wonders for the Zygarde. Yes, it did get -2 due to those Max Wormwinds, but that means that you're also eating up all those Dynamax moves pretty easily. I could easily see like Tapu Fini. I can easily see like Zygarde without getting crit, just like take care of the entire game. Like slowly but surely coiling up, and then just 1000 arrowing everything.
That's going to be pretty interesting to see. He's gone full Megatron in this mode right here, right? This is interesting to see a Max Zygarde. We see the Incin swapped in for the Fini. It's going to put an Intimidate boost on Zacian. Zacian now sitting at -1 after taking 2 Intimidate boosts. Max Guard coming off of Zygarde. And a Behemoth Blade coming from Zacian into Incineroar, which takes it handily.
Yeah, I think that they were getting way too used to oh, never mind. I was gonna say that they were getting too used to Fini being out there, but it looks like not so much.
They covered for it at least. Earth Power leaves Incineroar with just a sliver of health as Zygarde comes down from the Dynamax. Where now with Dynamax in the past, where do you think the momentum lies here?
Zygarde got those boosts. It still has Zacian's at -1. Palkia and Palkia's still has to worry about the the +2 special defense boosts. I think that Zygarde will slowly get its health back with its leftovers, and then and when I think it's good and damn ready, it'll go into it'll start 1000 arrowing everything.
We shall see. Landorus coming in for the Intimidate on Antoine's side, giving both an Intimidate buff to both Zygarde, sitting now at -1. Protect going off on Palkia. Incineroar goes for the Fake Out, then does not work on the protected Palkia, as Zygarde goes for a Coil, which again, really, really scary when you're in this position.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I also forgot about the accuracy, and we're gonna get another. We're gonna forget about the defense boost on Coil. So yeah, this thing's slowly getting more and more scary as time goes on.
More bulky. Yeah, it's really trying to play to whatever win con you have, and right now bulking up Zygarde to be able to take as many hits as possible may be your best bet. As we see with Incineroar go back and Fini come back out, it's gonna make sure that Misty Terrain is alive and well. And that's exactly what we see. I'll be able to also refresh that Incineroar Intimidate activation. As Landorus goes for an Earthquake, Palkia's Telepathy is going to make sure it stays safe, but everything else on the field is going to take a strong Earthquake here. Fini survives with about a third of its health left. Zygarde sitting at a good 60%. When the Spatial Ren comes in, it's still sitting just below 50%, so still at a good spot. As 1000 Arrows goes off from Zygarde here, and that will not take out either Palkia or Landorus, but does I guess is it say that it pins Landorus to the ground? Is that
Yep.
what that is?
Yeah, basically Thousand Arrows is a ground move that hits anything regardless of type. Because it'll smack down flying type Pokemon. Anything with levitate doesn't care about. It'll just go through that.
Interesting, which is really key for the 4 times weak to ground, fire and electric easy bake oven that they have in the back there with the levitate ability.
Yeah, they were really relying off of that Palkia KO though, because every single time where Palkia is going to be on there, it's going to keep on spatial rending it, fishing for that crit. It's going to get it eventually.
Right. We see the protect going off on Zygarde. Palkia's telepathy is going to protect it from yet another earthquake. As we see Feeny go down, but Zygarde stays safe. And Palkia going to go for the spatial rend. Of course, it's going to go into the protected Zygarde. So Zygarde lives to another turn.
Yeah. So then we have Incin. These are the last 2 Pokemon, so we're not going to see any more Intimidates, which makes it so that Zacian can come in pretty easily. Zygarde's still a +3, but if I was Echo, try and go for the what is it, fake out on the Palkia, I guess. Just to, like, there's like 4 HP. Like, come on. Or like you can also have it so that hopefully Zygarde doesn't get crit and then die instantly. At that point, Life Orb will just take care of it.
You could also fake out Lando, and then so we're gonna see the fake out on Palkia. Palkia's down, and we see Landorus uses Sword Stance.
Oh, that's scary. Oh no.
Goodness. As we see Zygarde go for the coil.
Okay. Well, that means
getting very JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Are you approaching me? Just like, or just Dragon Ball Z, like, right? You see both sides just powering up. But we still, on Antoine's side, he's still got a Zacian, still got an Amoonguss, and the only thing left is this Zygarde and an
Incin
with
like,
just a sliver of health. Yeah,
it's living on a prayer essentially.
For real.
But I think that Zygarde, it's still a lot of things that it has to KO, but it can bulk a lot of them. The Landorus is effectively neutral against the Zygarde, and and I forgot that I forgot that Sacred Sword exists. Oh no!
Sacred Sword is there, and that shows up. It's gonna take out the Incin. So now it's a real uphill battle as Landorus goes for another Sword Dance.
They just don't care.
Oh, man. And we see Zygarde go for 1,000 arrows, which is not enough to take out anything here.
There's at least 3,000 arrows that happened in that in this battle. So that's a very big Lando. I'm not sure if Zygarde can take care of it or not. But one thing that I would like to notice is that what is it called? Because the Zacian is substitute, that means that it doesn't have Play Rough, which Play Rough would be very good against a powered down Zygarde. Where because why would you need to Sacred Sword if you can just go boop? Okay, cool. Zygarde down.
That makes sense.
We're gonna have to see if Landorus and Zacian can break through this this Zygarde. I think that Zygarde's gonna have protect maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
Just to get some
Zygarde use
more
protect,
leftovers.
making sure that the leftovers are there. And I think I don't think you can even do it. Well, you could do another sword stance.
Even more swords.
Your max attack now. Max attack. Why not?
All right. Yeah. Okay. This is one very scared Zygarde.
Right, but now when you're attacking with Landorus, if you have to use Earthquake, you have to protect with Zacian.
Yeah. Or you have to Rock Slide, but that's not gonna really help, I guess. I don't know. Jeez. Yeah. This is the Zygarde has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Zacian uses Sacred Sword. It is enough to chisel him down to that amount.
Does Thousand Arrows actually smack the Landorus down from fly?
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I think it does.
I think it does too.
Yeah. So no fly
and
for
then
you.
Zacian goes down. Does it pin you down when
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
fly?
It makes you just fall straight down.
Straight down.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, now
What? Echo is getting lucky here.
here's the
They
good.
are throwing.
Here's the good part. You kill the Zacian. Here's the bad part. Here's the Mungus, and also you remove the only reason why Antoine didn't want to Earthquake. Like, I am assuming that Mungus just has Protect, so you can just do a Giga Earthquake on the Zygarde. It'll like probably chunk it down hard. But I think that Zygarde probably just might Protect again this turn just to get
Landorus
more.
does not survive another
1,000 arrows, yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 arrows.
But now that Amoonguss can like just do so much work against Echo just because of the Spore, and right now Echo's playing against the clock because they have the one before versus Antoine's too. If Antoine can just keep up their Amoonguss's health,
Rock Slide. That's not enough.
Then they just win.
That's not enough. This is actually here. Okay, so Rock Slide goes, 1,000 arrows goes from Zygarde. Now that takes out Landorus. So this max attack Landorus has somehow been avoided.
Yeah,
for
this thing is going nutty. All right, yeah. So I think I think
this
what
is
Antoine can do to win this, no one's gonna like it, but you can just play lame. Like, you have their first turn of sleep guaranteed. So you can just like do literally any move and then just Protect for next turn, and then you win due to timeout. Yeah. So I guess that's what we're going to be seeing right now. Just sitting around for 30 seconds.
Probably, yeah. That's your best bet. I guess wait out the clock. And
Here, let me help you with that one.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So we see that waited out in 50 seconds till the battle ends. If it.
Yeah, and then another 45.
You can time it out here. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me just bump the computer a little bit more.
That is, going to really get down to the wire.
There you go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was just by the absolute hair there. Really, really good match there, Antoine and Echo. So let's see how that translates over in the second match.
Yeah. The whole what is it called? The whole crux of Zygarde is that it usually falls on the timer. Like on paper, you would technically win that battle.
Yeah.
But basically, you can just if you can run out the time against the Zygarde, and you have a bulky mon that that has Protect or something like that, you essentially just win against it just because the timer says no to the Zygarde. Let's just see if I can just bump it up.
Really interesting spot to be in,
bit.
especially with the.
There we go.
Landorus so Swords Dance up. It makes me feel like we saw Zacian use Protect, and I feel like the big misplay there was hitting Fly, because that 1,000 arrows delaying that turn back and everything was really, I think, the turning point of the match. Yeah,
there was a very I totally forgot that Fly actually knocks him down. I think it's I think it functions just like the move Smackdown, but it's just ground type and more power. But yeah, Zygarde is still a fun team to use. I think that if the shield didn't go out as fast, that means that Echo would have gotten the coaching off or something like that, been more bulky, and then taken off some crucial picks like the Palkia was living at 14 HP, the Lando that flew up in the air, those could have been taken care of.
Yeah. Antoine's actually in chat. There's a misplay mine. I thought even though Lando was smacked down, it was still attacked, but it didn't. Yeah,
okay.
I think that was. I wouldn't have guessed that either. Had I not known that going in, but it is a trickier one. It's one of those ones that because it's a move that doesn't come up very often, so it's hard to remember the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take these glasses off. Actually, it's hurting my eyes.
What is it? During Series 1, I used Gmax Zard with Blaze because that is the only way how to use it, and people didn't know how it worked. So like what happened is people started phantom forcing me with like the Dragapult, just like try and avoid the fire, and then like it goes boop. Okay, cool. Sash is dead, and then like then you just don't care about it, and you just go okay, smack it. Okay, get out of here, dude. Overall, very good fun.
And we see. Oh, sorry, I didn't call up these leads here. We saw a switch in with the leads here. So we Zacian and Palkia on Antoine's side. Antoine going for the Dynamax right off the bat. And we saw Zamazenta leading, but there was an instant switch in for Shed Ninja on the other side as well. So just to kind of get us caught up there as we see this big Max Palkia really put a lot of pressure last match. We'll see how it does this match. Sacred Sword going into Zamazenta does a lot of damage. Zamazenta going for the Snarl. And that will reduce a little bit of that special attack, which is pretty critical for Palkia here. As Palkia goes into a Max Quake on Zamazenta, which will finish it off.
Yeah, I guess they were really expecting a something laying into that Feeny. But one thing's for certain though, that Sacred Sword hurts a hell of a lot more than that Behemoth Blade.
Yep, I can see that. I can see that for sure. And we see now on Echo's side in replacement is going to be Zygarde. So much trouble last match. Ideally, I think Antoine would want to see Zygarde off the field as quickly as possible.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The Shedinja almost always has Ally Switch just because it's it's the busted move on this thing. It can eat up every single attack. So you might be seeing Ally Switch Shed.
We could see that as Zacian goes for a substitute. Palkia, Max Wormwind, going right into the Zygarde slot. We'll take it right below that 50% mark, which is, yes, concerning.
That's actually good for the Zygarde in this case.
It is good for the Zygarde, yeah. As Zygarde goes for a Coil, I feel like the Zygarde's going to get away like a bandit this turn.
Mm-hmm. And I think that Shedinji is Will-O-Wisp against the Zacian, but just like on what the Incineroar did last game, the Zacian did it again this game. He's like, no, I have the Mist and I have a substitute. You're not touching
there it is, exactly what to be worried about. Zygarde's Power Construct activating, so now we go full on Power Rangers Megazord.
All right, and back at it again with the Shedinja 50-50 strats. It's gonna do it real good. Ally Switch. Yep, there it is. The Ally Switch.
There's the Ally Switch, and we see Shed Ninja going for the Ally Switch as Zacian goes for the Behemoth Blade into the Shed Ninja's Wonder Guard. Max Wormwind also going into the Wonder Guard as 1,000 arrows rains down on the opposing side, and Zacian's substitute fades. Leftovers activating for Zygarde. It's going to put it in a pretty healthy spot as Palkia comes down from Dynamax. And here's the big thing here. Echo hasn't maxed yet.
Yeah, Echo did a very good job at eating up the maxes. Yes, your Zamazenta went down, but now you have a Shedinja which literally can defend against Zacian and Palkia all day, and they have to worry about 50-50s the entire time. And then even if they land at 50-50s, Palkia is still at -1. You can get up some max quakes, and then you can make yourself even more bulky, just for free, essentially. Yeah. I'm very eager to see what happens.
And we see Shed Ninja going for the Ally Switch once again. No max still, but still going on with a Wonder Guard protecting Shed Ninja once again. A Coil going from Zygarde. Just great positioning here as we see, and it looks like I think Wonder Guard blocked Palkia as well.
Yep, Zygarde is getting very nice and healthy. The Shedinja should be worrying about that Landorus though. It has Rock Slide. One thing that it's very good at not living to. No amount of Ally Switches can help you there.
That is true. That is very true. And now we see Echo finally going for the max. Can only possibly think that that's gotta be Zygarde, and that's exactly what we see. Zygarde, gigantic Megazord, the most Digimon of Pokemon you've ever seen, right here in front of our very eyes, folks. As Palkia goes for a Spatial Rend, not doing too much. The coil boosts plus the Dynamax really putting in a lot of work for Zygarde here as the returns fire with a Max Quake into the Palkia. And that will take Palkia down to 17 HP as it gets a Sped F boost that is critical, especially with, I think, all the Sped F drops that it was getting earlier in the match.
Yeah, now I would like to say that Shedinja did stay in there against the Lando, which means it's probably Sash. If the opposing team has any way, to take care of set up some weather, then Shedinja is going to die instantly. But they also revealed that the only thing that can take out that Shedinja is Landorus. So that means target down Landorus, target down it hard, because that means that Shedinja can tank literally everything after that.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely a precarious position to be in. Right now, I feel like the momentum is very, very strongly on Echo's favor.
Yeah, that due to how they took out the Dynamax of Antoine, it's looking. I would have to agree.
Yeah, but still, Shedinja not a very offensive threat, and you've got Landorus and Zacian still. Well, I think Zacian's down. So you've got Palkia's down. So you still got Landorus and Zacian on Antoine's side here, and those are some heavy hitters.
Yep. Okay. Looks like Shedinja respects the Moongus, trying to not get any sort of sleepy time in this one.
As we see the Feeny switch in here and activate the Misty Surge, and Zygarde going for the Max Steel Spike into the Landorus slot, not doing too much damage, but giving it a critical defense boost on top of all those coil boosts that it's already been taking while it's here.
Max Steel Spike, very interesting from the Zygarde. Not
as
something
Amoonguss finishes off with a Giga Drain going into Feeny, but still not doing too much. Amoonguss not really known as an offensive threat.
Oh, my mistakes. It actually is a pretty common sight. That must be Iron Tail, which makes it so that at that point Zygarde can get defensive and special defensive boosts whenever it wants.
Just absolute wall, why not? If you can absolutely wall things off and fire off 1,000 arrows, the grounds moves that can actually hit Landorus in the sky, I think that's a good spot to be in.
Yeah, the Amoonguss actually did read Feeny pretty well there. Basically, just feeding off of Echo's fear of getting their max put to sleep. They got a good chunk off that Feeny. If they can continue that, then it's easy money.
And then we get a Rock Slide going into
that was a nasty flinch
Echo
right there.
Side, and then we've got a Steel Spike going into Lando.
You would assume that there was gonna be a Muddy Water going going to Antoine's way because of that.
Yeah, and we have a Giga Drain going from Amoonguss into Feeny, leaving it with just a sliver of health left, but proccing a berry that looks like it'll put it pretty healthily just right below 50%. And leftovers, of course, activating for Zygarde. Already a major wall here, but even more so with the leftovers boosting at every turn.
You're gonna have to have them to keep on smacking that Landorus, because that's the one thing that the one thing that can actually take out the Shedinja. At that point, Shedinja can shadow sneak and just nibble at your team the entire time, and it'll probably get the job done. Palkia doesn't want to get in. Zygarde's probably either going to coil or set down 1,000 arrows down.
Yeah. And we see Zacian swapping in here for the Landorus, possibly saving another Intimidate boost. Muddy Water going for Feeny into Zacian and
Ooh,
Amoonguss.
that's a good one.
Not doing too much to Amoonguss, but of course getting a critical accuracy drop here as 1,000 arrows lands into both of them, doing a lot more into Zacian than Amoonguss. As Amoonguss gets away with a big Giga Drain, Amoonguss ends up doing a lot of the damage here for Antoine's side this turn.
Yeah, that muddy water flinch thing, last turn is really a salt in the wound for Echo. At this point, you're just gonna have to just tank and spank with Zygarde. It can get the coils up. Yeah, it's gonna get intimidated once or twice, but it looks like that the Palkia is low, the Landorus is low, the Zacian's low. The only thing is now Amoonguss. So you have to take care of so now you have to find a way how to take out Amoonguss. If you have your instant in the back, that's a good idea, but you need to have Zygarde keep swinging.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that right now Echo is truly trying to use Zygarde as a wall, and I think that that's been really working for them well. We see Shed Ninja coming out, so now even more trickery. I'm sure that Antoine does not want to see that. And at this point, I'm not really sure that Antoine has anything that is super effective against Shed Ninja.
Not on the field right now. The one thing that they have,
the only thing that you could do from Lando.
Yeah, like Lando, you can rock slide, you can fly, and based on how the Shed Ninja stayed in that one turn against Lando, that means that it probably has Sash. So that means that you need to have 2 good turns on your low health Mon in order to get anything done.
Honestly, it means that you can't. Well, and you can't bring out Lando until you get Zygarde off the field.
Yeah, and Zygarde's just sitting there saying, no. You want to do anything? Nah. You're not doing anything.
Oh my gosh.
This
is definitely a tricky situation to be in. Rage Powder activating by Amoonguss as we see Shed Ninja go for Shadow Sneak onto the Amoonguss, doing a little bit of damage. As Sacred Sword popping off from Zacian and a coil.
Oh my god. All right.
I feel like right now Echo knows the end game, and the best way to do that is keeping Zygarde alive. And so if maxing out coil and using that plus an occasional ally switch here could really kind of work out for them in the end game.
Yeah, right now though the Misty Terrain is gone, which means that Echo is more or less forced to swap Shed Ninja out for a Feeny, or what you can do if you're cheeky is protect Zygarde and then burn the Zacian. Anything goes really.
Yeah. Shed Ninja going for ally switch.
Okay.
And now we've got a Behemoth Blade coming off of Zacian. That means it called the ally switch into Zygarde, not doing very much at all.
Oh, that was meant for the Feeny actually. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That was good though.
1,000 arrow firing off, and that is enough to take out Zacian.
Okay, and then Spore aimed at the Shed. Oh, and the miss through the muddy water.
Oh
wow. My god. Okay. Now it's getting interesting.
Oh, a muddy water miss there. So very interesting. Palkia also still alive here. I don't know if Palkia really has any benefits that it brings, but we can see. I guess Rock Slide could still hit Shed Ninja too, and that's not one that's prone to ally switch. So maybe that could end up being the one, but you still have to hit 2 of them. And
yeah, I'm still betting
Rock
money.
Slide does have a percentage to miss.
Yeah, I'm still betting money that this thing is a Focus Sash. Because, like I said, that one turn where Shed Ninja stood up against the Landers and said no, Goggles Shed Ninja won't do that. Like, never in a million years. I just want to see what happens about it, because if this Shed Ninja is actually Goggles, then very, very good kudos to Echo for that one turn. Because they bluffed it hard in that one. Shed Ninja also making it so that because also Goggle Shed Ninja gets rid of Spore, so that could also be a reason too.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's another good reason for that. We see Feeny coming in here for Shed Ninja now, so that's gonna reset that Misty terrain once more. Feeny just barely hanging in there with just a sliver of health, but really a perfect time to reset that Misty Surge. That way, it really neutralizes out, you know, what. And see, now you have to hit even more rock slides too to get this out. So we get the Feeny out here with the.
Antoine actually is right. Oh no, a flinch.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Antoine is right. Yeah, safety goggles was on Ensign. Okay.
Safety. Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So that means that this is definitely Sash. We have to like see a play on Shedinja.
Yeah. Shed Ninja's got to be the one that's gonna be knocked out. But of course, Rock Slide can hit it, but Rock Slide has got a very shallow chance. And at this point, this Zygarde is very much buffed up.
It's got like a coil up. It's at least neutral. And like Thousand Arrows and like Shadow Sneak can take care of it. You can also burn the Landorus because it's in the air. You can do a lot with Shedinja. At this point, I'm thinking about using my own Shedinja just because about how many turns that it's just been sitting around, just at 1 HP. It doesn't matter.
Yep. And now we see Shed Ninja going for a Shadow Sneak into Landorus, and it is not enough. Rock Slide is going to hit both Mons, super effective on Shed Ninja. Focus Sash activated, so it still survives the turn. 1,000 Arrows going off for Zygarde. Is it enough?
All right.
It is not enough to kill Lando. Giga Drain going off of in Amoonguss.
All right, so
still not enough.
Due to how Shedinja did reveal Shadow Sneak, this Landorus is more or less dead man walking.
Yeah.
They can also use this opportunity to just set up a coil if they want to. Just solidify that that this is Zygarde's territory. They are running a bit low on time though, so you're gonna have to watch out for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a really tricky spot at this point. I mean, Shadow Sneak gets it.
Yeah, I would be shocked if it doesn't.
But you could Rage Powder the Shadow Sneak.
That's right.
We see Shed Ninja going for Protect.
Oh yeah, just because. Okay, yeah, just to see.
And then a Rage Powder.
All right, yeah, he's a better gamer than I.
Yeah, Landorus goes for the Rock Slide, doesn't hit the protected Shed Ninja, and
it does literally
Zygarde
2 damage.
take the chip damage.
And a flinch. No. That means that you have to go for a double protect.
They gotta go for a double protect.
Oh my god, no.
Oh my goodness, what a critical play there. So now Rage Powder.
Oh, and this also means that what is it called? It's very unlikely that that's going to actually it's gonna go down to time again, I think. Oh wait, no. It's around like 4:32, I think. We'll have to find out about how much time is left on the 2 minutes left. Yeah, thank you, timer.
There you go. 2-minute warning. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that means that Antoine doesn't have enough time to actually stall out Echo due to your time.
Nope, they do not. Shed Ninja goes for another protect. It fails. Amoonguss goes for the Rage Powder, making sure that it's safe from anything else there. Rock Slide's going to take out Shed Ninja. So Shed Ninja is gone. Now it is down to just Zygarde and Amoonguss.
So Zygarde has to take out
goes
so
for the
much.
1,000 Arrows. It's going to take out Lando. It's going to bring Amoonguss to the red.
That was a very critical flinch right there. For that. I really sincerely doubt that because now it's just a
Palkia is still in here.
Yeah, it's like they can do like so now they're sitting there waiting to see what Pokemon it is, just to make sure that they stall them out.
Spatial Rend is still super effective on it.
It's super effective and also a crit. We'll have to see like if Amoonguss gets crit or something like that. We'll have to see.
This is too intense. All right.
Yep.
So that's all they have for it. I guess they're just contemplating life decisions to get there, or just running out the clock as much as possible.
Yeah, probably running out the clock. Let me see if it goes.
Because at this point, okay, yeah,
it runs still in. It still runs in that. Okay. Yep. Okay. So do they get? So does Zygarde get another turn, or does it just end immediately? I forgot.
I'm not sure how this works here. As long as you
yeah,
just
yeah,
go for
protect.
a double protect. As long as you go for a double protect, you have more
Yeah,
mons than the other person.
yeah. Then you win.
Yeah, then you win.
Mm-hmm.
So double protect wins it, I guess.
Yeah, I think that they're doing a bit much though. They have, like the animations still exist, and you already double protected. Okay, I saw you send it immediately. All right.
Boom.
Well, they got
That
rid of...
was an amazing. Okay, let's go back to the desk and talk to them about that for a second.
Yeah.
For a match set that went 2-0, that was one of the best match sets I've ever seen, and probably one of the longest 2-0 matches I've ever seen. Right, going down a timer both times.
Zygarde does that.
Yeah. Zygarde. Echo really did a fantastic job of positioning Zygarde as a wall, and it really worked against this team pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah, they really did a very good job at both players did a very good job at for Echo, setting up that Zygarde was going insane. If they had more time, then if the whole timer thing didn't exist, they would have won for that one, just because they made an unstoppable force with that one. And also very good job at Antoine's side for recognizing their win con and then taking it. Because there's one, you need to do one thing and one thing only to make Zygarde fall to his knees, outlast the timer.
Honestly, what was super critical was taking out Shed Ninja, and that would not have happened had Zygarde not flinched.
Yeah.
So that flinch was super critical.
You also have to admit that the Tapu Fini landing the Muddy Water accuracy drop, and then that actually affecting it way later on in the game was also very good, very lucky on Echo's side as well.
Yeah, everything came into play. Really great matches there. Fantastic job, Antoine. Fantastic job, Echo. Congratulations, guys. That was an absolutely fantastic match. And thank you guys for letting us commentate.
Thank you.
We really appreciate that. Now, without further ado, and long overdue, we're running hot this tonight. It's time for the best segment of the entire show, our top 5 matches of the week. Oh, Smash, why don't you start us off with the first one?
All right, looks like we have ourselves a Charmeleon that's just trying to take Rotomon, trying to see because the bottom already has Dreadnought down pat. Looks like they're trying to take care of that. They got Charizard. That was a good one. That was a good one. They sniped with they sniped the Rotom with the flamethrower, and now they can actually go in hard with the with their ult just because of the bottom Dreadnought. Very good play. Very nice.
Yeah, very amazing play. You'd love to see that with Charizard. This is from Joy Boy Cons for Life, or Dragonstorm 1993. The very well-known Charizard player, at least on my Twitter feed. And yeah, starting off as a Charmeleon, finally getting your wings, and just absolutely unloading on everybody here, and essentially going from Charmeleon to taking a 1v3 situation.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's the Charmeleon. We don't have to worry about it. And then and then
Zard is here.
And it's like, no. I'm Charizard now. You know what that means? You die now. That's
you die
it.
now. Exactly. Moving right along to number 4. Speaking of soloing, we've got one from our friend Zeke Fox, chilling us here in chat. Obviously, they are one of the best greeting players that I've seen before, and this is a very big proof of that. I mean, just absolutely soloing Dreadnought. Well, I mean, not soloed quite yet in the clip, but as you'll see here, really good control over Dreadnought. The whole team is kind of stacking on top of him. This is a situation that you really don't, no one wants to be in, and no one really can get anything out of, but absolutely steals Dreadnought at the last second and runs away because they are the greediest
Greedent, yeah. This is peak Greedent gameplay. Eventually, what you do is just say, okay, back off this thing. You're not doing it. And then Greedent makes it so that the teammates, more and more of them, have to actually fight this Greedent because this Greedent has super good sniper potential. And then okay, it's low. Okay, I'm just gonna take it. Okay, see you, bye.
Boom. See you guys. Bye. Just dropping berries in front of me while I run too,
Yeah, more of a calling card than anything. That was super
I know, right? I mean, he's dressed like Riddler from the 90s Batman film, so maybe that's his calling card behind. He's leaving behind riddles. Ooh,
I mean,
not
not really
for you. Who's gonna throw berry behind them? Me.
Here's a riddle. Even though that you just saw it, who robbed your dreadnought? Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's me.
It's me. Well, I burped on a dreadnought right in front of your face. Well, three of y'all were
See ya.
here. Yeah. Can't touch this.
Slow smoke. I barely even know her. Like you just got out with murder on that one.
Right. Congratulations. Good job, Zeke Fox. Great job there. What do we got for number 3? Up smash.
All right, so we see a Gabby Snyder clip, and we see that my favorite
this
move
one's
ever.
from a long time ago. Granted, I picked this one up and I thought it was new, but this is actually from 2020.
Yeah, so we see my favorite move ever, ally switch, and then Lipard goes in. Copycats? That's right, ally switch. Yeah, so talk about using their own medicine. And then Max Mindstorm? No, Lipard doesn't get affected by that. Here comes Delmise with the Max Shield Spike. No more ally switch for you. Oh wait, okay, it does have Sash, but now they have to really think twice about using the ally switch. That is a +6 Tauros. You can take care, and you have to worry about Delmise taking care of that next turn.
Yeah.
Like you can't ally
I guess
switch.
you ally switch with Frost last year because you would think that it's going to go for a ghost type move and that's going to go into Tauros and have no effect. Right, but instead with Copycat the entire thing flips around, and because Gabby went for a steal move here, it's gonna do damage anyways. It's not only gonna do damage, it's gonna do super effective damage against Frostlass. So all around, it's a brilliant play that you could never call beforehand.
Yeah, basically the peak form of using their own medicine against them. Very good.
Very, very good stuff. Good stuff. Moving right along, this was from the February IC and from a friend of ours who actually Gabby Snyder retweeted. But just to get the IC started off, you see a Necrozma using Dragon Dance, and then you see something you don't see very often, Swagger going off from Tapu Fini. But that's not the crazy part. But the crazy part is this Metronome hit by Clefairy immediately after this Dragon Dancing Necrozma, and it gets knocked out by a Sheer Cold. Sheer Cold, a one-shot move. Just like that,
God.
Right after a Dragon Dance. You hate to see that if you're the Necrozma player, but what a play. This one is by Gasaku.
Oh my God.
Gasaku Mushuman on Twitter. So they were tagged in the post. Go check them out over there. But what a play with a Dragon Dance and a Metronome into a Sheer Cold. That does not happen.
Okay, at that point, you slowly pick up your phone, you call Game Freak's office, and then you demand him what the hell happened.
Right.
And then after that, you sit in your shower for like a good 10 minutes, and then think about what happened.
Something, man. Something.
You just have to witness that RN Jesus hates you.
Yep. RN Jesus is not on your side. RN Jesus does not love you. So now you know that for sure.
Dude, that is just pain.
That is pain. All right, Up Smash. Bring us home. What's the number 1 clip of the week this week?
All right, this one comes from Wide's Wide League right now. We're gonna see the best turn in the whole league.
Yeah, we were here for all this.
Yeah.
We had to put this one in here.
Yeah, so Behemoth Blade, the straight Behemoth Blade, they're smacking him around. This Zacian's at really low health. It's at like 10 HP. And what does Rillaboom do?
You see the one side of the Zacian's goes down here, but of course Rillaboom still doesn't
Iris
attack.
power? No.
And it misses.
Dude, look at him. Corey just jaw dropped straight to the floor
Right.
as soon as that happens.
Right. Went from utter defeat to like child at Disney World in like 0.2 seconds just with that one look. Look at that. He's just like, oh my gosh.
It's like,
And
yo!
Blade goes first.
He just
There's
loses
no
it.
Glide. It's got a KO, right? And it does.
He's like, yo! Oh my God.
Absolutely wild. I remember we went crazy during this moment, and you could actually see us there in the corner, right? We're in this clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And normal, we're thinking everything's fine. We're thinking for sure this is curtains for probably Corey. He goes in here, of course, gets the kill with the Zacian, and does make the right call here to take out Zacian, because if the other Zacian was down, it would be up to another speed tie. But you do see Rillaboom coming in with the high horsepower, and then everything changes. Everything changes.
my
You see my
God.
face. You see Corey's face. You can't really see up smash freaking out, but
Yeah,
it's
I was
happening.
screaming.
It's definitely
I
happening.
was peeking like hell. It was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
And then
Overall,
yeah, you can just see the reactions on everyone's face that's watching this. Just it's absolutely wild. And congrats to Corey for doing so well. I believe they made it to the finals and got to the very, very end. I think they ended up being runner-up in that tournament with Barrascuda. So it was a very, very fun team. A lot of fun to see. And yeah, it was great. Fantastic play. Probably Corey definitely deserves a shout out. And definitely deserves a follow. They're a new streamer too.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they for a new streamer, they did one hell of a run.
Yes, they really, really did.
Oh my God, this is like absolutely. Okay, one more for
It's
that.
wild.
There we go. Okay,
Right.
we're going back to
Missed
this.
it completely. And with that, that'll wrap it up for us today, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Silph Co Sports. Remember that if you've enjoyed everything you hear tonight, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're on YouTube. We want to hear your thoughts, and that's the best way to get them to us. Big shout out to everybody that we showcased today. Joy Boycon for life, Floofy Fox, Gabby Snyder, our metronome Clefable, probably Corey, Echo Rose, and I Antoine. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you guys so much for letting us feature your clips and being seen here. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us in chat, right? I Antoine Plays, Littlest Nelly, Geeklife, Zeke Fox, Savage Patch Kid. We had Caper Doodle chilling over here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys very much.
Gonzo Gone Live. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us today. And we would like to remind our viewers, if you like what you see here tonight, again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things for more content. If you want more of me, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok at Roos Bane, or on New Rockstar's YouTube page. Up Smash, where can they find you?
They can find me at Upsmash TV on Twitch, Upsmash TV on Twitter, and Upsmash TV on YouTube.
Yes.
A lot of TVs going on there.
Right.
But yeah, I'm over on my YouTube channel. You can see more of those short dexes that we saw for starting soon and be right back. And also, you can see the card opening videos so that you don't have to waste a down payment on your house just to get some your Pokemon card opening fix.
There you have it, folks. And of course, a big shout out to Upsmash again for being the pink blob behind the curtain and in front of the curtain. Producer Upsmash, of course, we just shouted out where you can find his content. Big shout out to Echo Rose for helping us write everything, and WD Michael for helping us put everything together that you could. That'll do it for all of us for us tonight. Upsmash, you got anything else?
No, no, I'm good.
Well, with that, we will see you guys next time.
See ya.
Peace. I got the raid.
Now, who we got the raid for? Where we
I got the
raid?
raid. We're raiding. We're gonna go see WD Michael, cause he's a buddy. He's a buddy.
There we go.
So go see him. You should go see him. It's gonna be fun. And we're glad you guys came. Thanks for coming out. You guys are totally cool. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Arc.